So we know that array stores different types of data. It can be a string, it can be an object itself, it can be an array itself, it can also be numbers, right? And to create array, we use the literal, which is just the square bracket, then with items in within the square bracket, or we use the array constructor, which is we use the new array class or object as some calls it. So you create the array, but it is best practice to use the literal. Say there's no need to use the new array for simplicity, readability, and execution speed. Use the array literal method, which is this. So, and to ask that to access the array, you use the index of each of the array, and you can convert an array to string by calling this the array dot to string. It will convert it to string, and also in string you can convert string. You can convert s- string strng. You can convert to array, right? Using you can. There are two ways, majorly two ways. You call the split method on the string, right? Or you use the array method, which is the array dot from. Then you pass the string within that method. So this will convert this string into an array. Let us quickly demonstrate that. So let me open um, the IDE. So let's say I have a string. Let me call it um, first name. I'm going to use my let me just say Obelawo, right? That is a string. How do I know it's a string? Because it's inside this double quote, right? So if I want to convert this into an array, I can use do f name dot split, then just double quote. That's all. So and this will return you an array. So I have to store it in um, a variable. Let me call it fname array. So I can now print that array to see what is right inside. So you can see now it has broken every character down to it has broken the string down into every character. So if I want to access just O, remember array is indexed 0. So I can use the 0 there. It will print out O for me, as you can see. Is there any question?
No, sir.
So that is one way to convert string to an array. The other way I said is to use the array method from. So array dot from, I'm going to pass this string inside this method. If I print what the fname array, it should have exactly the same thing. So I can access any character at index. For example, the character at index 3 will return the character L. So No question, right? Is
No,
there any
sir.
question? Okay, no question. All right. So now, like I said, you can convert this array to string by calling the toString method, and you can print the array to see the content of that array. So I move on. So array is object, as we all know, and and there's a what there's the length property to determine the size of the array. Then you can also push items into the array by using the dot push method. So this is the push method. So this is an array stored in in the variable fruit. I can push to the end of the fruit, and now I'm pushing lemon to the end of this fruit array, and you will see that lemon is now at the end of the array. For you to remove, you just to do pop pop. We remove element from the end of the array, but the unshift and the shift, we manipulate data at the beginning of the array. I repeat, pop and push, we manipulate data at the end of the array, while unshift and shift does exactly the same thing, but this time it is at the beginning of the array, not at the end of the array. So I hope there's no question on that. Is there any question?
No, sir.
No. Okay. All right. Or should I demonstrate the pop on shift? Should I demonstrate it? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I should demonstrate it. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let's see this one then. So let me just copy this to make my typing faster. So I'll go to the IDE. So now, we have this array, banana orange. Like I said, if I run fruits, this array dot push, it will push this lemon to the end of the array. If I print it now, you will see lemon at the end. But if I do on shift,
I hope so.
hello, Joshua, how are you today?
I'm fine.
If I do on shift, you can see instead of pushing the new item to the end, it inserted it at the beginning of the array. That is the difference between the push and the on shift. Push push as item to the end of the array, while on shift shift adds item to the beginning of the array. So now talking of pop removes item from the removes the last item from the array. It will take it out, and it will now, you can store what is removed into a variable. I can store it. Let's say I want to store it. Let this card be that. So I can print console the log discard, so that we can see what is removed from the end of the array. If I oh, okay, run it again. Now you can see apple has been popped out and stored inside this variable, this card, and that is why it's been printed out here. Banana, orange are left in this fruit array. That is why you are seeing banana and orange there. But if I use shift, instead of removing from the end of the array, the shift will remove from the beginning of the array. So if I use shift now, it will remove banana instead of apple. So let's use shift right there. Shift. If I run it, you will see banana is removed and saved inside this card. Then orange and apple are printed out. Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Peromi, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's move on. So now there's something called the associative array, right? But as you can see from here, you see many programming languages support arrays with named indexes. Arrays with named indexes are called associative arrays or ashes. JavaScript does not support arrays with named indexes. So if you want a name indexed data structure, you use the object. The object is the way to go. But in other programming languages like Java, C Sharp, Python, and so on, they have what is called the associative array, where you can use string as the key. But in array, we use integers 0, 1, 2, and so forth to access the data in the array or to store in the array. So that is the main difference there. Is there any question on that before I go on?
No, sir.
Good. So now, if you want to test for an array, that's okay. You want to determine whether this data type is an array or not. There are two ways: the type of and the is array method. Now, if you use the type of, an array will be returned as object. Let us quickly demonstrate that. So let's say I have an array called fruit, right? If I say console.log type of fruit, and I print, you will see it returned an object. The type of an array is an object. But if I use the is array method of the array class, is array, this will tell me fruit. This will tell me if it is an array. Is it an array? If it is an array, it should return true. If not, it will return false. You can see it return true because this is actually an array. If I change this to object, for example, let me take this to object, and I give it a name property. Let's say fruit 1. So let me just copy this. Fruit 2. Then fruit 3. If I run this now, you will see that it returns false. Why? Because this is not an array. It is an object. I hope you understand the nuances there. It's very important for you to know. so that you'll be able to test very well for either an object or an array. So I've explained this push, pop, shift, and unshift. Now the concatenation method called the concat is used to join strings together, mm, or combine an array. So if I have a new array, kiwi and mango. So let's say, let me change this back to an array. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
All right. So let's say I have these three um, items inside my fruit array, and I have um, more fruits, more fruits, and inside this more fruit I have kiwi and say mango. Mango there. Feromi says, "Can I show you my own work after the lesson?" Which homework are you referring to?
The
Ferom,
student login form.
no, no. There's no need because I've treated the homework last week. It's passed because I will assume that you just copy from the one treated last week.
So what about the homework when you like the last lesson that you put in something and then you press copy text and it
Ah,
outputs the same
yeah.
thing?
Okay. Did I give you that homework that if you create an input element, once you click, it should
Yes,
update?
sir.
Oh, okay. Have you done it?
Yes, sir, I
Oh,
have.
okay, good. Thank you for reminding me. I thought I didn't give you. I thought I did not give that assignment out. Okay, I will round up this class now for us to do that. We have about 19 more minutes. So now let's quickly round up this class. Now, concat method. It will combine the content of this array with this one, right? That is what as you saw here, you see it here. Where is this one? This is the fruit, this fruit, right? Then dot concat, then you put in the more fruit, what you want to combine. So once you combine it, it will now be one. So all fruits, right? So I can say now that fruit dot concat, then more fruit, more fruit. So this will return a new set of what? Array. And this array will consist of 5 items: banana, orange, apple, kiwi, and mango. So if I create um, new fruit here, so this will return, combine these two and return into the new fruit array. So I can now print, copy and print the new array. So if I run it, you can see the two arrays are now combined into one. Is there any question? Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, just like in string, if you remember, we treated slice and splice, right? So slice, we remove part of the array, as in this example now, is starting from index 1 and taking it to index 2. Or you remember that the last element, um, the last argument is not always included. So it's like taking 1 and 2 out of the array. Let us just demonstrate it here. So now I have more. I have new fruit, and this new fruit consists of what? Um, 5 fruits. So if I say new fruit, right, and I say slice at position. Let's start at 0 first. 0 and move to 3, for example. So if I now print, okay, let me just cut it here. Cut, let me print it, console.log. I paste in there, so I run it. So you can see that it now removed, what's it called? Where is it? It removed, hold on, I'm coming now. New fruits, yes. It removed the kiwi and mango, but should it be that one 0? Hold on, please. Should it be that? Hmm. Let me do 1 and 3 first. It should. Why should it be from the back? Okay, it started from 1. Oh, yes. Yes, it's right. It's right. It started from the index 1, then index 2, then it will stop at 3, but this 3 will not be included. But let me look at this 0 first again. 0, 3. Yes, it's right. It's actually right. Yes. So it picked from index 0, right? 0, 1, and 2. Always remember that this um, index is not actually going to include index 3. It will include 3 minus 1, which is 2. So it's like taking from 0, index 0, which is banana, and index 1, which is orange, and index 2, which is apple. The rest will now be what? Discarded. Please, is there any question before I go to the assignment? Is there any question?
No, sir.
Oh,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Thank you so much. So let me quickly pause the recording. Yes. So let's say a user gives you an array of 1, 2, why is this board like this? 3, 4, 5. Wow. Why is this board doing this tonight? Okay, let me close this. Let me go back. Let me go back to my screen. Share. Okay, so let me use my hair. So let's say a user gives you an array 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Now, I want you to write a program that will detect if a target, let's say we have a target of say 7. So I want you to determine the two numbers out of this array whose sum is equal to 7. You know, you can see from here, 1 and 6 is equal to 7. So I should have 1 and 6, right? And 3 and 4. So I should have 3 and 4. So those are the two sets of numbers whose addition is what? 7. Let me repeat. Given an array by a user, the user can input any array, but your job is to be able to detect if any two members of this array, any two, if their sum will be equal to the target, right? The target can be any number. I can decide to say, okay, I want the target to be 11. So that your program should be able to return two numbers whose sum is 11. So, however, if there is none, maybe there are no items in the array whose sum is equal to 11, just return none. Is the assignment clear? Any question on the assignment?
No, sir.
Joshua, any question on the assignment?
No, sir.
Demola, any question on the assignment? Demola, any question on the assignment?
No,
Okay, David, any question on the assignment? David, okay. Let me see. No, okay, all right. Thank you so much. So we will see on Saturday by God's grace. Thank you.